Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. That's your boy, the Louisiana country boy, coming at you once more again. Oh, and here we are for another episode of Monday. Speak on it with your host, the Louisiana country boy. And without my co-host, he had a he had another event going on. Hold on just a second here. Pocket, she had another event going on. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I was clicking back and forth, trying to figure out how to work a new thing. She had another event she was called away to, but we will be back tomorrow together, co-hosting tomorrow. Myself and my co-host, the little Diva, we will be here. But the old boy is here tonight. I'm here running my tripper trapper tonight. I am here. So y'all know, if y'all don't know anything about the old country boy, you're about to learn. Look at here. You know what, I'm up here by myself. I won't be before you long. And I won't. All I'm going to do is pop in and pop out. Look here. I really didn't have anything because I was hoping my co-host was going to be here, but she's not. So as I was sitting, I came up with it. Boy, did I come up with. Look, I ain't gonna, if y'all didn't know what the topic old country boy gonna talk about tonight, I'm gonna move this. So I want y'all to see. This is gonna be the country boy's subject for tonight. I'm gonna make it real plain and real clear. I'm gonna stand up so y'all can see it. I hope y'all can see what I'm gonna come with tonight. The world does not define me. I know Miss Julie, she said 8:30, but she's not gonna be able to make it. So it's just me and my ugly mug up here. Y'all just gonna have to roll with the old country boy for a minute. I'm sorry, but we'll be back tomorrow, Miss Julie. We'll be on together tomorrow to do speak on it. But it's just me running my triple trapper tonight. Um, the world does not define me. And I hope y'all can get this. You know, I guess a couple of this week, well, the day is Monday. What happened Monday to each and every one? You know, a lot of times, and I did a post today. A lot of times we worry about folks' opinions. A lot of times we are so tied into what people think. But let me tell y'all something about this old boy right here. And I can't talk about y'all know when I'm up here, I can't talk about nobody. Well, not anyway, and no matter who up here, I can't talk about nobody but myself. But tonight, not only am I gonna talk about myself, I'm gonna I got some backup. I got some backup tonight. You know, too many times we worry about the world defining us and the world telling us who we are or what we are. See, you know, the old country boy, I like to do a little reading, a little something. See, that was a few things that we miss out on. When we sitting up here worried about what folks gonna think about us, and we worried about how they gonna receive us or what they gonna perceive or how they gonna feel about us in a certain kind of way. Let me tell you something. Back it up, country boy, back it up. That was a fella that I knew that I read about in a certain book that had got a word from God and he built a boat and he built this boat to the specifications of what the good Lord gave him. But do you know that fella was a drunk? But the world called him a drunk. How many times have we catered to what the world want to call us? How many times have we caved in and tried to be what the world wanted us to be? Well, let me tell you something about this old boy right here. And I think I said this on the last. Maybe I'm beating this horse. Maybe I'm gonna put this thing down because I don't want y'all to miss. I don't want y'all to miss this. I want y'all. See, even if my big mouth don't stay with you, maybe these words that you see will come across. Let's stop allowing the world to tell us who we are. Let's stop letting the world describe us and tell us. See, I don't care what the world calls me. I don't care what the world may think about me. See, too many times, I can say that now. Let me clear something up. I can say that now, but because there was a time in my life that I worried about how people would perceive me. There was a time in my life when I worried about how people looked at me and what they thought about me and how they felt about me. At that point in my life, it was when I didn't know how to feel about myself. And I truly did not know how the good Lord felt about me. So I was taking the opinions of some folks who didn't even know how they felt about their own self. The world don't define me. It doesn't define who I am. It does not define who I will be. I have set out. I have set out to be the best man, the best father, the best friend, the best brother, the best uncle, the best cousin that I can be. Not what the world would define that as. Because guess what? The world sure will try to make you how it wants you to be. Everybody's living up to who set the standards? See, let me ask y'all this. We going by the world standards on so many things. Who are these people that set these standards that tell you how you should live and how you should be? But we would rather listen to the people here than hear what God says about. Because some people will tell you, "Oh, you so ugly," but God says you are wonderfully and beautifully and marvelously made because you made in my image. But you would listen to some people that say, "Oh, that show is ugly." Let me tell you something. People ain't got no heaven nor no hell to put you in. So why are we giving these people? And a lot of the people that are setting the standards on how you should be don't even know their own standards. A lot of these people, I think I said this the other week. We got some broken people that are broken. And I'm not. Everybody's broken for a reason. Everybody's been broken in some. But we have some broken people who have no intentions. There's a difference. We have some broken people who have no intentions on trying to start the healing process. The only process they're trying to start is to break somebody else so they don't feel so broken. So now they're setting the standards for what you should look like. They have set the standards for people to say what your body should look like. And you have people doing all these things, and because the world has set the standards. The world has set the standards for what kind of vehicle you're supposed to drive. The world has set the standards for what kind of house you're supposed to live in. Who are these people? You living in this house, you have bought this body, you have old country boy ain't finna buy no helmet. I think me and my co-host, I ain't finna add nothing that the good Lord ain't got. You want to do this, you want to do that to please the world. The world does not define me. See, some people can't even rest well at night. They can't even go to sleep at night and have a good night's sleep because they trying to be what the world want them to be. Like, I ain't good enough. I mean, why? Who are these people? Who are these people that are telling you you ain't good enough? To what standards? Because no, this is what I know about me. If every single day I can be the best me, I may not be the best you because I can't be the best you, but I can be the best me. The world doesn't define me. Too many of us are allowing the world to whisper in our ear on what kind of parents we should be, on what kind of friend we should be, on when we should forgive, when we should not forgive, who to love, who to like, what you should wear, or what you should, how you should walk, or how you should talk. Who are these people that we have allowed to set these standards for us? Who are they? Who are they? But we go, so many of us go and we go and we go and again can't even sleep at night because we steady trying to keep up with what that thing is trying to keep up with the Joneses. Who are the Joneses? Why are you trying to keep up with the world? Why are you trying to be something that they want you to be? And in the end, you ain't even happy because you don't know who you're supposed to be. My God said again that each of us are made in his image. He took the time out for each one of us to be made in his image. Don't you know right where you are, you're beautiful? Don't you know, fellow, right where you are, you're handsome? Why you got to be trying to be what somebody else wants you to be? Be who you are. The world don't define me. If I walk out of my house in a blue boot and a brown boot, it's my boot and they fit my feet. I'm not doing it for you. I'm happy with me. If I walk out my house in some toe-up jeans, I'm not wearing them for you. I'm wearing them for me. The world does not define me. Doesn't define me. Not anymore. Because I am happy with who I am. How can you be happy with who you are, country boy? Because I am happy with whose I am. I'm happy with whose I am. I know the image that I know that I was created by somebody that loved me unconditionally. The world can tell me, boy, I'm not saying anything's wrong with you need to go to school, you need to have 50 million thousand degrees, you need to be making $1 million. That's what the world say. That's what the world tell you. How many folks have you seen with $50 million and still unhappy? Because they was living up to what the world said. They've allowed the world to create the standards for them on how you should live your life, on how you should be, on what happiness looks like. People who ain't never seen happy try to tell you what happiness looks like. Ain't that something, boy? Ain't that a clicker? Their lives are in turmoil, but they trying to tell you, well, if you live like this, well, if you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do all this, why don't you get up if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just say, thank you, Lord? Instead of trying to compete with somebody, to be what somebody else wants you to be. See, let me tell you, this is what I discovered for me. I never found peace being who somebody else wanted me to be. I never found peace trying to live up to other folks' expectations of me. It was always tense. It was always stressful. It was always just aggravating because every day, don't you know this? Let me tell y'all this. Understand this real clear. When you're trying to live up to somebody's expectations of what they want you to be, every single time you get close, they're going to move the goalposts. Every time you get close to being what they want you to be, they're going to move the goalposts because they'll never, ever allow you to reach being everything they want you to be. And then you end up tired and woe out and stressed out and just aggravated and 20 years old, looking 80. That's what happens. Living up to what trying to, because you can't do it. Trying to live up to what folks want you to be. Oh, country boy ain't living up to what nobody wants him to be. Put the man upstairs every single day, every single day, every single day. I'm going to be the best me every single day. Every single day that the good Lord wakes me up, gives me breath, I'm going to be the best me. Not because I'm trying to impress, not because I'm trying to live up to anything this world has, because I can't do it and I won't do it, but I'm going to be the best me every single day. Every day. I don't know, even for myself, I don't know why I got so caught up in trying to live up to the expectations of this world. Allowing this world to give me something that they had no control over. What was that? My identity. So many of us allow this world to give us our identity. We've lost ourselves. We've lost who we were, trying to let this world tell us who we are. This world cannot tell you who you are. Let me tell you something deep inside of you. Your truth is in you. It's not in anybody else. It's not tied to somebody else. Your truth is in you. And maybe that's the thing nobody wants to look, because it took me a long time to reach the point where I wanted to look inside of me and see who I was. Because what I was afraid of, if I look inside of me, then I'm going to disappoint somebody. If I become who I am called to be, then I'm going to disappoint some folks. Well, guess what? Right now, some folks just going to have to be disappointed. Because I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. You be you. I'm going to be me. This world is not going to tell me who I am. Can't tell me who I am. I'm not the fella that's going to fit inside of a box and, oh, he's going to be. No, not at all. Let me tell y'all, not at all. Y'all might see me whistling. I lie to break out dancing in the grocery store if I feel like it, because I'm going to be me. But the world says, ooh, that's strange. Ooh, that's kind of peculiar. But wait a minute. Isn't there something that somewhere in the old scripture, in that book I read, it says that we should be a different kinds of people, a confusing kind of people. You know, we ain't supposed to be like everybody, because we're not, because we're all individuals. We're supposed to be kind of peculiar. But nobody don't want to do that. Everybody want to fit in and sit around like everybody else and sit like that, because I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Well, look here, old country boy gonna be country boy. Look here, each and every day. Because the one thing I am in my life is at peace. I'm at peace with me. I don't stress on, oh, am I being, oh, I should have been this for my baby. I'm being the best me I can be. I'm not in any competition. Being the best me every day. Living up to what God has called me to be. Not allowing the world to take me where I should be at and when I should be there. When you, and let me tell y'all something, I did that. Oh, Lord Jesus. I tell you, I did. I did. For the longest time, years ago, you know, I had the world family. I had a thought in my mind, the seed that was planted, that at a certain age, you know, you need to start a family at a certain age. You know, you need to be married at a certain age, at a certain time. stuck in my head because I was being defined by someone else's thoughts, someone else's values, someone else's views. Was I ready? Probably not. But I was allowing someone else to define me because I didn't know me. I didn't know me. I was allowing the world to say what people even now, oh, this is what you should be making, and when you're doing this, and this is, let me tell y'all something. Maybe off subject, maybe not. If you sitting up here thinking that you're making 6 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, 10 figures, and that defines who you are saved. If you're saying what somebody else is paying you defines who you are, now you know what they say about people when they get paid and that defines who they are. You know what that is. But I'm just saying, if you're saying that what somebody pays you and the amount of money you make defines whether you're successful, defines whether you're doing well in life, then you're really, really sad because that doesn't define who you are. You can make $1 million and you could have a house. When you open the door, money just flows out. And your heart and your spirit could be broken. That means you broke. I'd rather have a whole heart, clean spirit, than $1 billion in the bank. What they say, well, money can't buy you happiness. Joe can't get you peace at all. Why do you think that unfortunately we've seen people of stature with money, with access? We've seen them committing suicide. We've seen them going over the edge. Why? Because that does not make you happy. What that makes you is living up to the world and allowing the world to define you. And sometimes they get so caught up. We get so caught up in it. That's even like this time of the year. People are sitting around trying to outdo folks and who got the biggest tree and who got the most presents underneath the tree. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something that this old boy learned. Let me tell you something. You can have 50 million gifts under the tree for your children, and you don't spend any time with them. Go back. Actually, you know what? Ask them now what they got last year. I tell you this, if you have youngins, they would much rather spend time with you than you buying them all of this stuff and sending them off with it. Because the world tells you got to have all of this. You got to have the fanciest this. You got to have the biggest new phone and that does all the gadgets. That's what the world tells you. Because let me tell you something. What I know is this: if I had one of them old rotary phones, I bet you that something will work just as good as one of them iPhones, okay? Because it's going to do the same thing. You're going to talk to somebody. If you want to text them, write them a letter. I'm just saying, we have gotten so caught up in what the world tells us. The world has defined us. The world has defined that the simple fact that we don't have to have a conversation, we could just send a text. The world has defined the fact that we don't have to. How many times do we go out? And this is the world now. The world tells us we can go out to eat with our family and everybody's got their device right there. Nobody, we sitting at the same table, but ain't nobody talking. Everybody looking at their phone or doing their own thing on their phone when we sitting right here together. But them the same ones, if you let one of them that's sitting at the table, something happen to them, oh Lord, they're going to turn over and they're going to be like, oh, if I just had a little bit more time. But when you were sitting at the table, you was more worried about your device and trying to keep contact with somebody over here when you had somebody right here. That's what the world tells you. What the world tells you. We don't take the time anymore because the world tells us we have to be on this. We got to be going. Where you going? Everybody's in a rush to go where? Because you know at the end of this life, all you're going to do is that. So when you're in a rush to go, why are you rushing through this thing called life to get where? To get what? Dang. To get what? What you gonna get? What you gonna get? Because let me tell you something. If at the end of your days you find yourself laid up in a hospital bed or a hospice bed, do you think at that point all the running, all the trying to keep up with folks was worth it? Does the world define you then? Does it define you when you lay flat on your back? Does the world define you then? Or does it cast you away? Because it's used you up and you can't do anything else for it anymore. Is that how the world treats you? You hadn't taken the time to find yourself. You've allowed the world to tell you who you are, when you're good enough. But God tells you you're good enough. You're worthy. But isn't that something? Isn't that amazing? I'm gonna ride this horse a little bit. Isn't that amazing? We would much rather listen to people tell us that we're not good enough than listen to our creator tell us we're worthy. We put more value in this world. We put more value in this world to tell us who we are, to tell us what we should be, to tell us when to love, when not to love. More, I'm glad that old fella, that old drunk nose, that old adulterous David didn't allow the world to tell them who they were. If Noah didn't allow the world to tell him, if David didn't allow the world to tell him who he was, the same holds true for me and for you. Why would we allow this world to tell us who we are? Why would we do it? I say to each one of you, you are a special, very special, unique being. You are a gift. You are worthy. world, this world doesn't define who you are. Look within yourself. Look within yourself and know that God don't make no mess. God created you. You are the best. Because there's nobody else you. Don't allow this world to define you. Don't allow it to create this thing where you're trying to live up to the standards of this world. Because I'm telling you, they will keep moving the goalposts. As soon as you think that you are there, they will move it and tell you, I'll just do just a little bit more. Oh, just a little bit more, y'all. Oh, you're almost worthy. Oh, you're almost valuable. Oh, but if you would have done this little old thing, you would have been a lot better. This world will give you a B. Let me tell you, God done gave you an A plus. This world will never define anymore this old boy right here. You choose what you want to. But this world will never, ever again find me. I'm gonna walk it, I'm gonna talk it, and I'm gonna be it each and every day. Each and every day. I'm not living up to the standards of what this world. Oh, I'm beyond expectations. Don't be expecting. Whoa, what you might get from this boy, because you don't define at all what they call it. You might call it loose cannon. That's me. I allowed myself to be broken by this world because I was living in this era where I thought that I had to live up to some things and living up to it, but I wasn't living up to the standards of myself and what God had called me to be. So I was living up to someone else's expectations on a lot of things, on being a father, on being a husband, on being a man. I was living up to what the world says when all I had to do was live up to what God had said and then see it within myself. Because now I know what I'm the best darn me I could ever be. I'm the best me. Not by world standards, but by God's standards. I'm the best me. I can say perfect me. I'm the best me I can be. Today, tomorrow I might be better than today. That's the hope. That's the hope for myself. Again, we're allowing this world to define what family should be. We're allowing this world to define what love looks like. We're allowing this world to define what hope is. We're allowing this world to define what peace is. We're allowing this world to define what joy looks like. We're allowing this world to define happiness. We're allowing this world to define what value should look like, what a father should look like, what a mother should look like. We're allowing this world to define it. This world can't define it because this world is broken. This world is broken. So how are we going to allow brokenness to define what wholeness is? last words I will say is this. You are wonderfully, marvelously made. There is nobody. There is nobody. Hear me. Hear me. There is nobody exactly like you in this world. That makes you unique. That makes you wonderful. That makes you marvelous. That makes you valuable. Don't allow this world to tell you that you're not. You are valuable because ain't nobody else like you. Nobody. 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 Stop allowing this world to place the value. Say, oh, this is what you're worth. No, 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 no. Baby, you can't put no price tag on this. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're great. Be you and be the best you. Now, what somebody else expects you, be the best you. Be the best you. Well, look here, that's all old country boy got. I'm up there by myself. So I went longer than I thought it would. But look here, as I end this thing, I will say this, as I always do. If the good Lord has given you a vision, if the good Lord has given you a vision, He's planted something inside of you, then you go for it. It's that thing. Don't let the world define you and tell you that you can't. Don't let the world define you and tell you what you should be doing, how you should be doing this. When you too small, you too short, you too tall, you too dark, you too bright. Don't let the world try to define you because it can't. All it's doing is trying to, and it's trying to coax you into believing what it's saying. Don't you do it. Because I'm going to tell you, if the good Lord has given you a vision, you just go for it. You keep pushing, you keep going, you keep pushing. Because let me tell you something. That's why I can say this. Because if the good Lord has given you a vision, who would I be to go and just what He's given you? Who am I to say, oh, well, He gave you that? That ain't really true. No, let me tell you something. If the good Lord gave you a vision, I support you 100%. I'm behind you and rooting for you ever, ever, ever step of the way. Ever step. And lastly but not least, if you woke up this morning and you open your eyes and you cleaned out your ears and you was listening around to hear, what you didn't hear them words this morning. If you was out there today, just put the dealing around, whatever you might have been doing, and you stuck your head out the window. You know, I don't know dogs today. You stuck your head out your window trying to hear, but you still didn't hear. Well, look here. It is now 8:47 p.m. Houston time. And you can hear it right. Look here. So country boy, along with my co-host, Little Diva. We love you. We love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely positively nothing that you can do about it. Y'all catch us tomorrow. We will be back. We will be back together tomorrow for our show. I think it's gonna be at 8. I think she said 8. I don't know. She gonna put out the flower. But we will be back tomorrow. Speak on it. We'll be back tomorrow. Tag team once again. Anyway, I thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Y'all catch us tomorrow for another edition with my co-host, not just me up here running my triple trap, with my co-host tomorrow, 8 p.m. tomorrow live. Look here, I love y'all. I love y'all. Old country boys out of here. I guess I done helped y'all up long enough. Y'all be good tonight, y'all.